Nearly 3 decades after its premiere, Buffy the Vampire Slayer remains one of the most iconic teen shows of all time, but some of its episodes stand out as being particularly great. Across Buffy's 7 seasons, the show does have some inconsistencies and weaker moments, but those are easily balanced by great episodes. Watching it today, some aspects of Buffy have not aged well, but overall, the series is still incredibly strong and will continue to be a fan favorite. Especially with a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot series in the works, now is a great time to revisit the show, and check out these 10 episodes that are absolutely perfect. Halloween. Season 2, Episode 6. Buffy and Willow in Halloween costumes on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Season 2, Episode 6, of Buffy the Vampire Slayer serves as the show's first foray into holiday episodes, a staple in 1990s and 2000s teen TV shows. Luckily, the aptly titled Halloween does a great job of displaying exactly what the supernatural series could do with the spookiest holiday of the year. Halloween subverts expectations for the show and the holiday by immediately presenting it as essentially Buffy's day off from vampire hunting. With the kids out trick-or-treating, the episode sees Buffy, Xander, and Willow take on roles as chaperones before magically being turned into their costumes. Some of Buffy's Monster of the Week episodes are hit and miss, but Halloween emphasizes that the series can pull off the more comedic but still exciting approach to them. It is fun to watch the Scooby Gang take on different roles, especially the more confident Willow, making it a great standalone Buffy episode. Doppelgangland. Season 3, Episode 16. Vampire Willow covering Willow's mouth in Buffy the Vampire Slayer Doppelgangland episode. Buffy Season 3, Episode 16, Doppelgangland is a very Willow-centric episode, and it is incredibly fun. Prior to her much darker storylines later in the series, Season 3 Willow is just getting into magic and is still really wholesome to watch, except for her vampire doppelganger, that is. After Season 3, Episode 9, The Wish, Doppelgangland brings back the undead version of Willow. Alison Hannigan is great in the episode as both versions of the character, and the entire cast gives strong performances. Season 3 is arguably Buffy's most consistent, both in the standalone episodes and the big bad story, and Doppelgangland perfectly illustrates why. Doppelgangland is witty and sharp, and while it does have hints at the dangers the characters will continue to face as they get older, it still feels thoroughly youthful. Graduation Day Parts 1 and 2. Season 3, Episodes 21 and 22. Buffy and Willow in Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3 episode, Graduation Day. Yes, Buffy's Season 3 finale, Graduation Day, is technically 2 episodes, but they should be watched as one. After 3 seasons of the Scooby Gang muddling through high school, fighting demons along the way, Graduation Day serves as the perfect conclusion to that chapter and a hint toward the darker themes to come. The 2-part episode sees Buffy battling it out with Faith, who always deserved more screen time, and later the mayor as he attempts to become a demon. Graduation Day thoroughly explores the sacrifices that Buffy makes for others and how the group is truly growing up and facing bigger threats. Generally, the mayor is a fun, albeit a bit silly, Buffy big bad, and the final battle that incorporated all the students was a fitting end that emphasized the show's repeated reliance on teamwork. Buffy couldn't stay in high school forever, and while Season 3's ending did change a lot for Buffy, it also allowed the series to continue growing. Chosen. Season 7, Episode 3. Dawn, Giles, Buffy, Willow, and Xander in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer finale. It was never going to be easy to say goodbye to such beloved characters, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer's series finale managed to bring the Slayer's story to a fitting conclusion. The finale saw the characters take on the first evil and the Turok-han beneath Sunnydale High and come out victorious. Chosen did have its sad moments, with several big characters dying, but that is to be expected when the show's stakes were so high. The final battle was exciting, and the lead-up to it was fittingly emotional, mirroring the emotions of the viewers themselves for one memorable hour of TV. Ultimately, Buffy and the other characters' stories continued on in Angel and the comics, but even if they had not, Chosen said everything that needed to be said. Buffy was no longer the Soul Slayer, allowing her more freedom and companionship than she had throughout the entire series, ending on a hopeful note. Innocence. Season 2, Episode 14. Buffy in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode, Innocence. Season 2, Episode 14 of Buffy is a phenomenal episode and one that clearly showed exactly what the series could do and what it would become. Innocence is a perfect exploration of the titular character's loss of her own innocence when it comes to her relationship with Angel and perhaps even her vision of the world. After Buffy and Angel have sex for the first time, he is transformed back into Angelus, leading to him becoming the primary antagonist for Season 2. The explanation of Angel's curse and the destruction of the judge make the episode entertaining, but it is the exploration of Buffy's emotions that truly makes it perfect. The symbolism of Buffy losing her virginity and her innocence is incredibly potent, and the episodes look into how she views herself differently because of it is heartbreaking. While her final conversation with Giles reaffirms that she is still loved, the episode's ending proves that Buffy can never go back to who she was the day before. Becoming Parts 1 and 2. Season 2, Episodes 21 and 22. Spike standing behind Buffy as they visit someone in Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2 episode Becoming. Buffy Season 2's finale is another two-part episode that ranks among most fans' favorite episodes. Much like Innocence earlier in the season, Becoming does a great job of showing how Buffy's devastating experiences continue to shape her. This is particularly true for Part 2's ending. After Angel's regression into Angelus, the season finale sees him attempting to summon a demon to destroy the world while the Scooby Gang, joined by Spike, fights to stop him. Becoming also highlights just how completely the two sides of Buffy's life are at odds with each other, culminating in her sad confrontation with her mother. While the entirety of the two-part finale is great, undeniably, the most memorable part of the episode is Buffy's decision to kill Angel moments after he regains his humanity. It is an incredibly lonely ending to the season, but the theme of Buffy's isolation is one that only becomes more prevalent as the series progresses. The Gift. Season 5, Episode 22. Buffy bot holding an orb in Season 5 The Gift. Prior to being picked up by UPN for the final 2 seasons, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 22, The Gift, was conceived of as the series finale, and it certainly functions as a great one. The Gift sees Buffy and her friends fighting Glory and her attempts to use Dawn in a ritual to bring about the apocalypse.